2 here. If f of x is x squared minus 2x, find f prime of x by using the limit definition of a derivative. So remember, the limit definition of the derivative is the derivative, or f prime of x, is literally equal to the limit as h approaches 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. And remember, the hardest thing for people here is figuring out what f of x plus h is. Okay? Here's f of x. It tells you, it defines what f of x is. It says, look, if you want to know what the y value is, okay, f of x is just the y value. If you want to know what the output is, take the input squared minus 2 times the input. And this is where I get kind of goofy, right? I'm like, what would f of red box be? And the answer is red box squared minus 2 red box, okay? Or, Pac-Man. So what's f of Pac-Man? It'd be Pac-Man squared minus 2 times Pac-Man. Okay? So what would f of x plus h be? So x plus h is your Pac-Man or your red box or whatever, right? So think of x plus h as its own single entity. So f of x plus h is going to be x plus h squared minus 2 times x plus h. So that's f of x plus h right there. Okay, minus f of x. So literally, I just took f of x and just copied it and wrote it down there. Be really careful. Make sure you put these in parentheses or brackets or whatever. I like to do brackets just to show, because I already have to use parentheses on the x plus h part. I like to use brackets just to show, hey, this is f of x plus h right here. And then this is f of x. Because if you don't use brackets, you're going to get a negative 2x here instead of in the end having a plus 2x, because the negative distributes to both of these things, you're going to have a minus 2x, and then you're not going to get everything to cancel, and then you're going to be really sad, and I will feel sorry for you because you did not listen, or you forgot, or both. Okay, so the rest of this is just algebra, right? So we're hoping, right, that everything will cancel. Everything that doesn't have an h in it will cancel. That should happen. If that does not happen, then you done messed up. Okay? So the x squared cancels with that x squared. The negative 2x here cancels with the plus 2x. The only things left are the h squared, the plus 2x, and the minus 2h right there. Okay? And we're still all over h. Don't forget the limit as h approaches 0. At this point, I took an h out of everything. So we got h plus 2x minus 2 over 1. Now I can actually apply the limit as h approaches 0, right? I wanted to apply the limit as h approaches 0 at the start, but I can't do that because I can't divide by 0. But now that we canceled everything and there's not an h on the bottom, we don't have to worry about it. Don't have to worry about dividing by 0. So you should get 2x minus 2 here. And look, since we know the power rule, you can look at this instantly and be like, oh, well, my answer better be 2x minus 2, okay? And please, this says by using the limit definition of a derivative. If you just write 2x minus 2, I'm going to feel sorry for you because you're going to get 0 out of 10 points. All right, use your result from part A and use the limit definition of a derivative to find f double prime of x. Well, so if we kind of carry on the logic of the limit definition, if we want to know f double prime of x, that would be the limit as h approaches 0 of f prime of x plus h minus f prime of x over h. It's the same idea, right? F prime of x is the limit as h approaches 0 of just the original f of x plus h minus f of x. This would make sense that double prime means that there's a single prime here and a single prime here. And we could keep going on ad infinitum, right? Like forever. We could do f triple prime of x will equal the limit as h approaches 0 of f double prime of x plus h minus f double prime of x over h. Okay? A small side note. So anyway, how do we do this? So, well, we know f prime of x is right here, right? There's a long chain of equal signs, right? So little did you realize that f prime of x equals this, which 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 equals this. So f prime of x is just 2x minus 2. Okay, so what would f prime of x plus h be? Well, what does f prime of x tell me to do to x? It tells me to double it and then subtract 2. So I'm just going to do that. And the it here is the x plus h. So I'm going to double it and then subtract 2. That's f prime of x plus h. F prime of x is just right here, it's f prime of x, so 2x minus 2. Remember, don't forget the brackets or parentheses, whatever you prefer. The rest is algebra. You should get, let's see, you should get the 2x and the negative 2x to cancel, and the negative 2 and the positive 2 to cancel. So this one's actually comes out really easy. 2h over h is just going to be 2. So that's how you do that one.